G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel Bonsai Works. I'm David. Today I've got a Juniper Prostrata Procumbens interchangeable. Now this belongs to a customer and I restyled this tree for him a few years ago. It's come back and it needs a bit more work. It's overgrown, it's healthy at least, that's good news, not much dieback. There's a few bits and pieces here and there, but probably the worst part of this is that the wires started cutting in a lot of areas, especially in the apex. I'll try and show you in there. I'll probably have to zoom in later, but in there you can see there'll be a lot of wire cutting in. So I had to spend some time removing wire. And now I'm considering redesigning a little bit of this tree and just transforming it a bit better into something more dynamic, a bit more interesting. Now the main thing when you look at a tree like this, it's got a lovely slanting trunk this way. It's got some gin here. It does have a gin out there, and it's got a one at the back. But to me, there seems to be too much foliage on this side of the tree. I want to have a bit more. I want a small amount of foliage this side with a longer part this side. So I think that's what's causing my eye to have a few issues with this tree. So there is this large branch here that's quite dense and thick. Now I'm tempted. I'm going to have a look at actually ginning all that off, and actually making it a thinner tree on this side and drifting that way, and then we can actually see some of this beautiful gin and shari, and probably put some shari on there, and then having the tree flow in that direction with the bend of the trunk that direction. So it should look a lot better in terms of design wise. So that's my plan for this tree, and we're going to start to transform it. First things first, I like to always clean up the tree as much as possible, clean out any dead branches, obviously take all the wire off that's been cutting in, and start to also pluck anything going down. You know, if you see things going down, let's start to get rid of them so that we can work with the pads coming back up. Lots of little cleanup before I do any major work. So I'm just going to clean up this tree for now, and then we'll come back and show you the major work. Did a bit of a cleanup in terms of removing a lot of wire that was on the tree. And just removing dead parts of the tree, cleaning up a few of the pads with any foliage going down. So once you get to that point, you get some nice healthy foliage to work with, and the tree obviously becomes, to me, you can see it's quite dense in this area, and again, explaining the reason why I'm going to do what I do. The trunk's moving in this direction. You shouldn't have a huge amount of foliage on this direction. There has to be a reason why this tree is leaning in that direction. So it would have been buffeted by some sort of natural conditions to make at least this part of the tree shorter and that part of the tree longer. So again, well, I think if we change that look, we probably have to change a pot eventually, maybe a nice more ovally or round pot will go really well with the tree, or more of a little bit of a cascade one. So you know, that's definitely, this is too big at the moment for it, if we change it as well. So I'm going to go ahead and eliminate this back branch just to show you how much more air and space it's going to create, and hopefully create a better tree. So I'm not going to keep all the branches, I'm just going to keep some. I'm not going to wire, I'm not going to gin every single little one. I'm just going to do the main ones pretty much, because they're going to be lost at least the little ones. So just having the big ones stay. So just trimming all that off. Definitely open the tree up, right? You can actually see a bit more interest. Now if we gin that in here, it'll look quite interesting. Even some shari along the tree, along the trunk here, should really go well. Joining up, there's a gin at the back, joining up this one. So it really adds that interest. Now we're going to probably get this side a bit shorter. They're actually a bit too long. And then have the tree flow in that direction. So now it's a wiring job, and cleaning up and bits and pieces like that. So bit tedious, but I think that's where we are. It's more important to design. The reason why I decided to design the tree like that, creating some bit more natural flow to the tree, much more interesting, tells a story, and much more interesting tree. So I'm going to firstly do the gin, and then start to wire the tree from probably this branch all the way up. It's got to be rewired, the tree, and trim back, and we'll see how it looks. The work that I've done now is actually just to gin the dead branch off. Plus I've actually created a shari along the trunk. I'll move to the back so you can probably just see a bit better. Now the shari, this was actually dead already here, so I just cleaned that up and exposed it a bit more. I'll only need to do a bit of sanding and then lime sulfur it. But then I extended a live vein, a little bit of a live bit of a shari on the live vein up here, up until this dead branch. Now what that does, I do a little sliver so that over time, I don't stress the tree too much right now, but over time I can extend that, make it wider and wider the older it gets. Plus I'll bring it more to the front so you can see it a bit more at the front, but that needs a bit of time. Then all I did was wide this branch out, create a nice beautiful pad in that first branch, so you can see that. I reduced it enough to now to make it sure it actually fills in properly so it doesn't overextend, and it looks quite nice. So I had to rewire this branch, but it looks really good now. Now that sets the standard or precedence or direction for the rest of the tree to follow. These branches will fit in underneath. This will be shorter on this side, and we should have a really nice little tree back into a nice tree that tells a story. Here's how the tree ended up. I really enjoy and like that lower branch and how it's all coming together. And it's a bit shorter on this side. I could probably go a little bit shorter, but I'll give it time to recover. Not happy with the apex, but I think I had to cut back quite a bit to get it into a nice shape. Pretty nice tree overall. I'm gonna let the deadwood dry out and naturally dry before I do any lime sulfuring at this time of year. But overall, the trees come out really nicely. So much more interesting tree now, much more dynamic, but totally needs a new pot now. You can see the pot is totally wrong. You need some sort of round pot, almost small semi-cascade pot. You know, nothing too about that thick. I don't mind the depth. That's not too bad for depth, but it's much smaller. Maybe that small kind of thing. Round or even this shape might be okay. So yeah, that's where we are heading for this tree. So a big change for it. It was really overgrown, and now it's actually got some direction, and understanding how the dynamic nature of the tree is, and the way it's moving and the way it's flowing helped me transform it. You've seen this juniper in my videos before. It's quite a nice large tree, decent size, but what tends to happen with these juniper procumbens, prostrata, is they do suffer some dieback, and it gets very frustrating. You lose branches. So you can see the discoloration happening already in some of the branches. Obviously the lower branches are always the ones that suffer. But then sometimes again, anything that doesn't get enough sun will also suffer. This tree's come back into my care from a client, and I'm just going to be cleaning this tree up, removing wire that's cutting in. Maybe there's some interest, maybe there's some more possibility of gin work. You never know. It's got really nice shari that runs up onto this. There's a branch in here that's got nice deadwood features. I do really like this lower branch. It is a single branch. You can see that is there with some shari on the trunk, on the trunk, but it's just getting weaker and weaker. So maybe in the future it has to go, but for now let's keep it healthy. This part's really healthy. There's a few bits and pieces that are discoloring. So it's a process of going through the tree, cleaning up. I'll probably start from the bottom here, work my way up and around to the other side. And you can see how heavy the top is, which is natural for these trees. Very top heavy in terms of foliage. Probably just back it up a little so you can see the full tree. So you can see how heavy that foliage is at the top. So we need to control this, thin it out a lot more to give this part of the tree a chance. Now, last time I worked on this, I did remove quite a bit of wire. So I think that we're going to be pretty safe with the wire. That hasn't cut in too much, hopefully. And just continue the work, and we'll start proceeding from this branch upwards, cleaning up underneath, cleaning crotch growth, cleaning out dead branches, and so forth. So I thought I'd better show you some of the work that I'm doing. Otherwise, this is a bit of a before and after video. So you probably can't see the lower branch. What I've done here is just remove the wire. I have to rewire this branch. I'll do that later and rewire. But I wanted to show you how I started to clean up so you can start seeing the definition of these pads a bit more. So it's a very simple process. It's just cleaning up underneath. But now you clean up the foliage that's underneath, clean up that's anything growing out of silhouette, and you pretty much have your foliage. I mean, that's really pretty much it. And so then there's another one up here, so I've kind of cleaned that up as well. Now there's a back one over here. It's a little heavy, especially if you look in the camera, it's quite heavy, but it's nice to have a bit of depth in there. But now I'm coming up to see how it's starting to nicely taper. But then there's this big, huge amount of foliage. Like I'm exaggerating my hand, but you can start to see that it's coming out too much. So you've got to really start planning how to push things back. Now you can push with wire, or you just start to find anything that's in the periphery outside of the silhouette of the tree. So again, this is a nice little pad here that I just adjust with the wire. And now sometimes it's a bit long, so I come in and just snip off the middle bit. I don't hedge prune, I just snip off the middle bit, and it reduces the size. So snip off the middle, reduces the size. So I need to keep going around, and you start seeing that you slowly make the tree taper more. Now I'm coming up to here, you can probably see too much foliage out here. So I'm going in now, and it's quite long, so I'm going to start reducing some of that a bit more. Now these junipers, they've done their growth for the year. This is autumn, by the way. I should have mentioned that in here in Melbourne. Autumn is the best time to work on junipers, pines, do this kind of work, especially on conifers. Like, it's so easy at this time of year. They've done their growing, and now they're in the kind of stage where you can actually, they're about to go to sleep in a way, and you can actually they're healthy. They've grown over the summer and spring. They've got all their foliage and energy stored in the roots now, and it's just a good time to come back and prune, because the foliage has done its work over the growing season. This foliage absorbed the sun, made the tree healthy, made the roots healthy, and it's done its job. Like, it's really done its job. Now you can prune back, because the energy is stored in the roots now, and so that will push the tree come out of winter into spring. So that's how I think of the tree working, and how the whole process works in the tree's development and the way it's going. So I talked too much and I didn't show you what I did. So I was just pruning away, trying to reduce the thickness out here, but I think it's still a bit too thick. So now you actually have to think about what you need to do, and can you cut back to certain things. So I'm finding some branches that are not really required, so I can start to prune back a bit. Some are a bit long, but you can cut back to smaller parts. So I'll cut back to smaller foliage. Just have another look. So it's starting to get a bit more tapering. I think I need to remove a bit more. Maybe remove this branch totally out of the way and have this foliage in here. Let's see if that works. Yeah, so that's a bit better. That's starting to get a bit more tapering happening, tapering. So that's what I look at now, and trying to thin out the tree on this side. I think it's working on that side, but you can see just cleaning up. So this one's still a little bit long, so I come in and go, take that a little bit off. So there we go. Just to get a nice cloudish foliage. Okay. So I've completed the work on this tree cleanup process and rewire certain areas, put a couple of wires on this one, just one wire on this one, a couple of the branches. I left the smaller ones alone because they're a little bit weak, and I want to just give them a chance not to be too stressed. So overall the tree looks really quite nice. It's got a really good base. I started to thin out the top area up here, especially. There was a lot of heavy stuff that I eliminated because I want to reduce that heaviness up the back, up there. There's quite a bit of wire that was still cutting in, so I reduced that as well. So there's lots of things to do at this time of year on junipers and conifers in general, but especially junipers now. You can do a real cleanup, get your pads developed, and they look quite nice. So the tree's looking really pretty. It looks a bit more grand now. It doesn't look so bushy and overgrown and young. Now it looks a lot older. It looks like it's a beast of a tree. And you can see nicely in here the shari and the chin and the shari. So it looks quite nice. I might have to get rid of this moss on the trunk, just to show a bit more of that beautiful base and nabari. So I might do a bit of that cleanup work in here. So that's looking quite nice. It's quite a nice nabari. It's quite wide, so that's good too. So there's two junipers cleaned up. They belong to a client, so I hope he's happy. Much nicer, much better tree. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.